Assalamu alaikum and good morning dear students. Students, today we are going to start with the group 18 and that is the last group of the P block element. So by the completion of this particular group, our chapter will be over. Fine. Let us begin with the chapter. Group 18 elements. Now dear students, a very important thing, group 18 is going to have 8 electrons in their outermost shell. It means that they are the element which are most stable. As you know that there is a requirement of the 8 electrons in the outermost shell, the electron valency is complete over there. So compared to all the groups before which we have studied, group 18 is a very stable element. So let us see in that. Group 18 consists of the elements helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon and organesson. Organesson is a new element, okay dear students? All are these gases and chemically unreactive. See, the groups which are present over there in the 18 group, we call them as a noble gases. Dear students, we call them as a noble gases because first of all they all are in the gaseous state. Second, they are not reactive. What is a particular condition in which the elements are reactive? Elements would be reactive by the incomplete electronic configuration. तो जब भी एलिमेंट्स का जो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन है वो हाफ फिल्ड है तो वो ज़्यादा एक्टिव होंगे, ठीक है, कंपेयर टू दैट इज हैविंग वन इलेक्ट्रॉन इन द आउटरमोस्ट सेल और एल्स टू इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इन द outermost cell. So that is what happening over here also, that in 18 group element all the electronic configuration is completely fulfilled. When the electronic configuration is fulfilled, dear students, they will be not reactive. They are not going to react. Do you remember in class 10 we have studied the chapter bond and periodic table? So it was one question arise over there that why the noble gases were discovered very late. नोबल गैसेस का जो एग्जिस्टेंस है वो बहुत लेट से पता चला. तो अगर आपको याद हो तो हमने 2 पॉइंट्स वहाँ पे पढ़े थे. नंबर 1, दे आर अवेलेबल इन अ वेरी ट्रेस अमाउंट, मतलब कि उनका जो कॉन्सेंट्रेशन है एटमॉस्फेयर में बहुत ही कम है. एंड सेकेंड थिंग दैट इज दे आर नॉट रिएक्टिव. When they are not reactive, how one will come to know about their presence? Are you getting? So because of these two particular factors, there was a late discovery of the noble gases. So that is the reason over here. They form a very few compounds, very natural. If they are unreactive, they are not going to form the compounds. Because of they are a noble gases. Occurrence, where are they available? All these gases except radon and organesson occurs in the atmosphere. So only radon and organesson is the one which is being synthesized, we can say. Other than that, all are present in the atmosphere. Their atmospheric abundance in the air is equal to 1% by the volume, of which argon is the major constituent. Compared to the other gases, argon is more in the quantity. Helium and sometimes neon are found in the minerals of radioactive origin. It means, you know, it can be also found in the radioactive origin. Means there would be some particular element, okay, and when they are performing their radioactivity, you will be able to find out the argon and neon. Helium and neon, sorry. For example, pitch blende, monazite, cleveite. So these are all the radioactive materials from where we can find out the helium and neon. The main commercial source of helium is natural gas. So helium is available from the natural gas. Xenon and radon are the rarest element of the group. Means जो सबसे ज़्यादा कम क्वांटिटी में पाए जाते हैं, that is your xenon and radon. Radon is obtained as a decay product of radium. So when we take the radium is also a type of your radioactive element. So when it is going for the half-life period decomposition, it is able to form the radon and helium. So this type of the radioactive materials are having the particular noble gases. Organesson has been synthesized product by the collision of elements CF and CA. So when dear student CA is going with CF cleavage, you are able to see that OG is synthesized over there. So these are the preparations, or you can say the origin of the particular noble gases. Why are the element of group 18 being known as noble gas. Your in-text question. It is asking that why we call them as a noble gas. So as I explained you right now, the element present in the group 18 have their valence shell orbital completely filled and therefore react with the very few elements only under certain conditions. Therefore, they are known as noble gases. Dear students, they rarely react with any particular other element, and even if they are reacting, you have to give them a specific condition. It means you may be required to give the enzymes over there, or you may require the catalyst over there. You may require temperature, you may require pressure. So all these favorable conditions are required for the reaction of the noble gases. Other than that, they would not give the reaction. Further, oganesson has been symbol OG, atomic number 118, atomic mass 294, and electronic configuration, that is Renon, that is the nearest noble gas, 5f14, 60, 10, 7s2 and 7p6. Dear students, 7s2 and 7p6, it's its natural electronic configuration. It responds over there that there is a 7th cell. 7th cell में आपके S में 2 ऑर्बिटल्स है और P में 6 ऑर्बिटल्स है. Means total 8 electrons in the outermost shell. Only very few, or you can say very small amount of the OG has been produced. Its half-life is 0.7 milliseconds. Therefore, mainly predictions about its chemistry have been made. Dear students, इसकी half-life period इतनी छोटी है कि वो reaction दे और हम उसकी study करें वो बहुत difficult हो जाता है. It is just 0.7 millisecond. Okay, so when half-life period is very small in the quantity, we cannot determine its chemical properties. It is very difficult to study the radioactive element because of this reason. See, any question is asked about the radioactive element, you can give a very specific reason that because of the half-life period, we cannot study its properties. Here, except oganesson, important atomic and physical properties of the other elements of group 18 along with their electronic configuration are given in the table 7.12. The traits in some of the atomic and physical chemical properties of this group are discussed over here. So you are able to see that all these elements are present over here. You are able to see helium is there, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. So dear student, OG is not included in the table because as I told you, it is very difficult to study that particular element. So here are all the details given over here. You can go throughout it. Let us see further the trends over there in their properties. Electronic configuration. All noble gases have general electronic configuration, that is NS2 and P6. Very simple and very easy to remember because when there is NS2, 2 electrons in the S orbital and 6 electrons in the P orbital, total makes 8. It means there is an 8 electron in the outermost shell and it is completely filled. Except helium. Very important question. See, sometimes they are going to ask you, CBSE board is asking that helium is having only one S2. पहला एक ऑर्बिट और उसमें 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन, ठीक है. Where in the other members are having NS2 and P6, 8 electrons over there. Then why the helium is placed in group 18? आपके हीलियम के पास सिर्फ 2 ही इलेक्ट्रॉन है, फिर वो ग्रुप 18 में क्यों रखा गया है? Why it is placed over there? So the reason is that it resembles with the other noble gases. As it resembles with the other noble gases, it is kept over there. Means in the first cell, how many electrons are required? 2 electrons are required. So as the helium is having 2 electrons over there, it is able to resemble with the other completely filled orbital elements, and that is why it is kept in the group 18. Many of the properties of the noble gases includes their inactive nature and described to their closed shell structures. So you have to remember one point again and again, everywhere this point will be there, that as they have the completely filled orbit, the properties are varied. Ionization enthalpy. Due to the stable electronic configuration, these gases exhibit a very high ionization enthalpy. Now just to take out the electron, it is very difficult. Why? Why do we require to remove the electron? In order to attain the stability. But आपके elements के पास already stable configuration है, तो वो electron lost क्यों करें? कॉमन सेंस की बात है, वो इलेक्ट्रॉन लॉस नहीं करना चाहेंगे जब वो ऑलरेडी स्टेबल है. स्टेबिलिटी के लिए हम इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन करते हैं या तो लॉस्ट करते हैं, राइट? और प्लस और माइनस चार्ज लग जाता है. बट यहाँ पे तीनों ऑलरेडी स्टेबल है, तो ये इलेक्ट्रॉन क्यों दे? दैट इज द मेन रीजन, राइट? एंड इवन इफ यू वांट टू टेक आउट द इलेक्ट्रॉन ओवर देयर, you have to supply a very high energy, then only the electron can be removed out. That is why we say that very high ionization enthalpy. Also remember, when we move from left to right in the particular periodic table, but periodic group, what happens over there? Atomic size decreasing. Atomic size decreases means it is more compact with the nucleus. Nucleus इसको बहुत होल्ड करके रखा हुआ है क्योंकि वो बहुत करीब है न्यूक्लियस के. So in that sense, it will be most difficult to remove the electron from the outermost shell. But when you move from top to bottom, what happens? Atomic size increases. When atomic size increases, it is very easy to remove the electron. But let me tell you, in this case, it is little bit more difficult compared to the other groups. Atomic radii. Atomic radii increases down the group with the increase in the atomic number. Common sense की बात है, जैसे जैसे हम ऊपर से नीचे आते हैं, आपका जो एटॉमिक नंबर है वो बढ़ रहा है. When atomic number is increased, orbitals are increased. Orbitals are increased, atomic sizes ultimately increase. Electron gain enthalpy. Since noble gas have stable configuration, they have no tendency to accept the electron and therefore have large positive value for electron gain enthalpy. दोनों ही चीजें ध्यान में रखनी है, ना इलेक्ट्रॉन ले पाना पॉसिबल है ना देना पॉसिबल है. क्यों? क्योंकि जितने चाहिए वो गॉड गिफ्टेड भी ऑलरेडी प्रेजेंट है, तो लेना देना पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. और अगर हम ये प्रोसेस करवा भी रहे हैं तो हमें बहुत ज़्यादा हाई एनर्जी की रिक्वायरमेंट होगी. ठीक है? सो सेम रीजन लाइज ओवर हियर आल्सो दैट वेरी लार्ज पॉजिटिव वैल्यूज आर देयर फॉर इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन एंथैल्पी. लेट अस सी विद द फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज. Physical properties. All the noble gases are monoatomic. Dear student, पूरे periodic table में सिर्फ noble gases ऐसा है जो एक अकेला atom, only a single atom can exist as a element. Okay, can exist as a molecule, exist as a particular compound over there here. Reason behind it, एक single atom की जो electronic configuration है वो ही fulfilled है, तो उसे और कोई condition required नहीं है. जस्ट इमेजिन हाइड्रोजन. हाइड्रोजन के पास एक ही इलेक्ट्रॉन है, तो क्या अकेला हाइड्रोजन एग्जिस्ट कर सकता है? नहीं कर सकता, राइट? उसको दूसरे हाइड्रोजन की हेल्प रिक्वायर्ड है ताकि वो क्या करे, फर्स्ट ऑर्बिट में 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स बना पाए. सो इन दिस केस वी से दैट ओनली एंड ओनली द नोबल गैसेज आर सच विच आर मोनोवैलेंट. monoatomic means it is a single atom existing over there. They are colorless, odorless and tasteless. They are sparingly soluble in water. They have a very low melting and boiling point because the only type is interaction atomic of this element in the weak repulsion forces. इसका मेल्टिंग पॉइंट एंड बॉइलिंग पॉइंट बहुत ही कम है. क्यों कम है? क्योंकि एक पार्टिकल दूसरे पार्टिकल के साथ बॉन्ड नहीं बना रहा है. ठीक है? They are simply the particles over there. They are simply the atoms over there, and they are not binded with anything. So that is the reason their melting point and boiling points are very low. Helium has the lowest boiling point, that is 4.2 K, of any known substance. It has an unusual property of diffusing, though most commonly used in the laboratory materials such as rubber, glass or plastic. So dear student, you have to remember the uses of the helium. See, one more question is asked over here. Noble gases have the very low boiling point. Why? So your answer is over here. Noble gases being monoatomic have no interaction forces except the weak forces of dispersal, and therefore they are liquefied at very low temperature. Hence they have a low boiling point. Let us see with the chemical properties. Chemical properties of the noble gases. In general, noble gases are least reactive. Their inertness to the chemical reactivity is attributed say that they are less reactive, or we can say they are inert. Number 1, noble gases except helium, that is 1s2, have completely filled ns2 np6 electronic configuration in their valence shell. उसका जो outermost orbit है ns2 np6 वो completely filled है, न किसी की ज़रूरत उसे पड़ी है, ना उसको combine होने की ज़रूरत है. Independently stable. पूरे periodic table में only noble gases are independently stable. Rest of all requires either to lose or gain the electron, or else they require to share the electron. One question is there for you. When the electron, when we are losing one electron or when we are gaining one electron, we call such a kind of the element as a monovalent. Monovalent, one tendency to gain or lose the electron. When it is two, we call it divalent. Similarly, we call trivalent, tetravalent. Okay. If there is no capacity of bonding, what will be the atomicity of that? What we will be calling the valency of that? I need this answer. You have to give me this answer. That if there is no tendency of bonding, what will be its valency? Okay. Number 2, they have a high ionization enthalpy and more positive electron gain enthalpy. So these are the two reasons because of which we could prove the inertness of the noble gases. The reactivity of the noble gases has been investigated occasionally ever since their discovery. Put all the atoms to force them to react to form the compound. Were unsuccessful for quite a few years. Okay, initially if we talk about their existence, it would be very difficult to form the compound formation. उसका compound बनाना ये बहुत ही ज़्यादा difficult था. क्यों? क्योंकि वो किसी पे dependent नहीं थे. उनकी reactivity क्या थी? 0. They are not able to react. Fine. In March 1962, Neil Bartlett, then at the University of the British Columbia, observed the reaction of the noble gas. So it was first observed by Neil Bartlett. Okay, that is the scientist's name, and he was from the University of British Columbia. Fine. What did he observe over there? First time he prepared the red compound, which is formulated as O2-PtF6. O2-PtF6. See, this is the particular reaction between the oxygen, platinum and fluoride. He then realized that the first ionization enthalpy of the molecular oxygen, that is 1175 kilojoule per mole, was almost identical with that of the xenon, that is 1170 किलोजूल पर मोल. अब क्या हो रहा है? डियर स्टूडेंट, ये जो कंपाउंड बनाया उन्होंने, उसकी आयोनाइजेशन एंथैल्पी जब स्टडी की गई ऑक्सीजन की, तो उसकी वैल्यू सेम आ गई थी. किसके सेम? xenon के सेम आ गई. He made effort to prepare same type of the compound with the xenon. मतलब जब उनकी आयोनाइजेशन एंथैल्पी सेम आ रही है ऑक्सीजन की xenon से, so what he tried at the place of oxygen, he was trying to insert the xenon because वहाँ पे आयोनाइजेशन एंथैल्पी सेम आ रही है. Okay, so what is happening over there with the compound xenon, and was successful in preparing the another red compound, that is xenon PtF6. मतलब आपका जो पहला कंपाउंड था सेम ऐसा उन्होंने बनाया, बट ऑक्सीजन की जगह पर क्या है? xenon है. By mixing the PtF6 and xenon, after this discovery, a number of xenon compounds, mainly with the most electronegative element and like fluorine and oxygen, have been synthesized. उनकी इस डिस्कवरी ने, उनके इस जो रिएक्शन प्रोसीड किया उन्होंने, और जहाँ पे Pt F के साथ आपका जो है xenon फिट हो रहा था at the place of oxygen, he tried to make more and more compounds of the xenon. So we are having the xenon compounds in this particular, but xenon compounds are made with the element, very highly electronegative element like fluorine and oxygen, not other elements. Right? The compounds of the krypton are fewer. Only the difluoride, that is KF2, has been studied in detail. Compound of radon have not been isolated. But only identified as RnF2 by the radio tracer technique. So radio tracer technique is the one in which your material is even in a very small quantity can be detected. No two compound of argon, neon and helium are yet known. हम अभी तक आर्गन, नियोन and helium के compounds नहीं पढ़ पाए. It is not there in the discovery. Okay, so which are the compound formations over there? Xenon fluoride compound. Xenon का फ्लोरीन के साथ combination possible था, क्योंकि फ्लोरीन कैसा है? very highly electronegative in nature. So here they are asking you the preparations. Here students, xenon plus fluorine, one molecule if you take, you will be able to found out HCF2. But if you take 2 moles, you will be able to found out HCF4. If you are taking 3 molecules, 3 to the 6, so that is HCF6. The preparation is very simple and very easy. Just remember, you have to just go for rectification of the temperature and the pressure over here. आपको यहाँ पे temperature learn होना चाहिए और pressure learn होना चाहिए. 673, 873 and 573. It is very easy to remember. 1 bar, 7 bar, 60 to 70 bar. So that is what the atmospheric pressure is there. Xenon fluoride can also be prepared by the interaction of xenon tetrafluoride and O2F2 at 143 Kelvin. So this is one more reaction which is helpful for the preparation of xenon hexafluoride. Hexa क्यों? क्योंकि 6 है, right? Xenon difluoride, tetrafluoride and hexafluorides are colorless crystalline solids and sublime readily at 298 Kelvin. They are powerful fluorinating agent. क्योंकि उनके पास फ्लोरीन है तो वो easily क्या कर सकते हैं? फ्लोरीन दे सकते हैं, right? They are readily hydrolysis even in the presence of water. Even the small quantity of water is able to hydrolyze them. For example, xenon difluoride is hydrolyzed to xenon HF and O2. आपका ये जितना भी बड़ा सा molecule था वो clear हो जाएगा with the help of the water, and you will be able to find out that it is coming out as a single element over there, along with that hydrogen fluoride and oxygen. Further, the structure of the 3 xenon fluorides can be deduced from the VSEPR theory. What is VSEPR? Valence shell electron pair repulsion. You have to remember this because this is very important. And these are shown in the figure. Now one more important thing, dear students. First preparation I have shown you that there are the preparation of the xenon fluoride. They are asking the preparation of the xenon fluoride, and other important thing they are asking the structures. From this chapter, 3 marks question of the structures is compulsorily asked. So you have to prepare the structures. आपको structures preparation ना हो जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि 3 marks का एक question structure preparation है, that is very easy to score. So do not skip out the structures. Just go for doing preparation of the structures over here. HCF2 and HCF4 have the linear and square planar structure respectively. XEF6 has a 7 electron pairs, that is 6 bonding pairs and 1 ionic pair, and would thus have a distorted octahedral structure as found experimentally in the gaseous phase. So here the geometry has been shown that how they are available in the geometrical shapes. Xenon fluorides react with the fluorine ion acceptor to form the cationic species, and fluoride donates the ion to form the fluoroanions. So how they are categorized as cations and the anions. Here the reaction is given. It is feasible for you to understand that what is cations and anions. Second one. See, here all the structures are given here, students. See, you are having linear. What is this? Xenon difluoride. Okay, so this is forming P type of the structure. Then you have square planar structure, wherein the fluoride are at the corners of your center metal atom, that is your xenon. Similarly, you are having distorted octahedral, square, pyramidal and pyramidal. So these are the structures of your compound which you have to prepare. Xenon oxygen compounds, when you see the hydrolysis over here, you are able to see that how it is again coming out as xenon trioxide, HF and O2. One more reaction is given, this is giving the same product. Partial hydrolysis, not the complete hydrolysis, but the partial hydrolysis is able to give you xenon oxy tetrafluoride, means HCOF4. Okay, similarly it is able to give you one more compound over here. Yes, when the structures is the main one which you have to remember. structure. ZeXF4 is colored as volatile liquid and has the square pyramidal molecular structure. Okay, so this is what you have to remember. Last topic, uses of the noble gases. Helium is non-inflammable and light gas. Hence, it is used in filling the balloons for meteorological observations. It is also used in the gas cooler nuclear reactors. Liquid helium with a boiling point 4.2 Kelvin. Find its use in cryogenic agent for carrying out various experiments at lower temperatures. This one it is going to give the very low temperatures over there because the boiling point is 4.2 Kelvin. So it is used for cryogenic agent. Cryogenic agent means like a cooling agent over there in the nuclear reactors. It is used to produce and sustain powerful superconducting magnets which forms an essential part of the modern NMR. Okay, what is NMR? NMR is your nuclear magnetic resonance, right? Spectrometers and magnetic resonance imaging, that is MRI. Okay, MRI you might have heard, but you would be not knowing the full form of that. Then you can come to know what from here, magnetic resonance imaging system for the clinical diagnosis. It is used as a diluent for the oxygen in the modern diving apparatus because of its very low solubility in the blood. So it is not soluble moreover than the blood. So we can also go with the use of the modern techniques over here. Neon is used in the discharge tubes and fluorescent bulbs for advertisement display purpose. So it is used in the bulb, everyone is knowing that, right? Neon bulbs are used in botanical gardens and in the greenhouses. Right? Argon is used mainly to provide an inert atmosphere in the high extreme metallurgical processes. We have seen, actually this comes in the chapter number 6, which is omitted from your syllabus. Otherwise you would be knowing that in the metallurgy how this particular argon is used. It is used for welding metals and for forming the alloys and for filling the electric bulbs. It is also used in laboratory for handling the substances that are air sensitive. There are no significant use of xenon and krypton. They are used in the light bulbs designed by the special purpose. So dear students, these are the last uses of all the noble gases. You can go throughout it and still if you find any difficulty anywhere, you can ask me and clarify your doubts. But let me tell you, now in our syllabus only 2 chapters are remaining. But if the school is going to reopen, we are first of all going to start with the practicals. And dear students, I request you people to go throughout your previous year practicals, especially the salt analysis. Because when you are going to come to school, we are definitely going to start with the volumetric and the salt analysis. So then you don't have to search here and there for the reactions and what are the materials used over there. So we are going to follow the same pattern as we followed in class 11. So please go throughout your journals, check all the salt analysis and come with the preparation so that you need not find any difficulties in performing the practical.